We're in the earliest stages of a big shift that's going to transform the way we do business around the world. One element of this is moving from a world of push to a world of pull. This is going to affect all markets and industries, including healthcare. And in order for this pull-based world to evolve and serve the needs of the participants, we're going to have to define some very specific roles that are going to have to come together in a broader ecosystem to deliver the value of a pull-based system. The interesting thing about these roles is they have very different economics, skill sets, and cultures. And so it's going to be very difficult for a single company to play more than one of these roles. So choices are likely to have to be made. You're going to have to decide which role do we want to focus on. And the interesting thing in that context is the interplay, the interaction across these very specialized roles to create an ecosystem where more and more value is being created. Now, at one level, this is very challenging because traditional companies are going to have to make some very difficult choices. But if we get it right, there's an opportunity to move from a world of diminishing returns to a world of increasing returns. And there'll be great rewards for those who figure this out.
With respect to the shift occurring in healthcare, one of the most significant roles to be introduced is that of the platform. A platform provides open and transparent access to resources, talent, etc., to the players in the ecosystem. In contrast to today's pre-contracted networks and formularies, which push services to the marketplace, an open platform provides a trusted source for consumers to a broad scope of services and allows their voice to determine value and which are rewarded. Another important and distinct player in this evolving ecosystem is that of the infrastructure provider. For those services, like facilities, lab, etc., that require consistent quality at the lowest possible price, an infrastructure provider will step in to leverage economies of scale to meet the demands of the market. Another important role is that of the agent. Healthcare has always and will always be very complex. As the ecosystem evolves and transparency and choices increase, consumers and all players will value knowledgeable agents that understand them and can help them navigate the ecosystem.
While platforms, infrastructure, and agents compete on scale and scope, niche operators compete on deep expertise, context-specific services in the areas such as care delivery, analytics, and life sciences. They provide differentiated value to the market. Another role that is critical in the process of evolution toward the open consumer-driven ecosystem is that of the mobilizers. Mobilizers facilitate learning and collaboration across the ecosystem players. They provide standards and governance. Some examples of the mobilizers in the today environment are CMS and the quantified self movement.
As John mentioned earlier, value is created in the open consumer-driven ecosystem by the level of interplay between these very distinct players. As each of them has very different value propositions, economics, and cultures, it's important to understand which role you would like to play and invest in order to avoid muddling your strategy in the future.
To continue the conversation, you can access our more detailed report at dupress.com and be sure to follow us on Twitter at C4Edge.